rude behavior.
Thank God for the special gift that you will receive today from the judge.
Is that it?
When I finish, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay. Serious?
Rude comments.
I'm done.
Miss Sonia, get the duct tape.
I'll sit here and listen to the lies.
It didn't help anything, but it turned things around. Answering the judges.
Mr. Roman, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, you need to be quiet.
Issuing threats.
I'll murder you when I see you.
Many tried it, but it didn't end well for them.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well.
All this can only cause anger in the one who determines your fate at that moment. Is it worth it?
You know, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
And I'll tell you point blank, I have not 1 ounce of remorse for Treesan's death.
Stay tuned. In today's video, we will watch the disrespect and inadmissible contempt of the convicted in the courtroom towards the victim's family and the judge. This is Camilla Gamut, a 31-year-old woman who was found guilty of killing her boyfriend, Marcel Hill, was given a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well. You know, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
He allegedly died in May 2012 from stab wounds and an injury to the head. Gamut wasn't willing to pass up the opportunity to express her opinions during this trial in a Jackson courtroom, as 6 News' Nick Peralt recounts. The trial did not go well because Gamut kept throwing provocative comments in the presentation of the family and the judge. They even had to put duct tape over her mouth so she wouldn't interrupt the family's statements.
Receive today from the judge.
Is that it?
When I finish, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay. Serious? I'm done.
Miss Sonia,
I'll sit here and listen to
get the
lies.
duct tape.
I'll sit here and listen to the lies.
You know what? She's got a right to talk to the court after you
And
murdered
she can talk.
a relative of hers. And you're gonna shut your mouth or I'm gonna have some duct tape put on.
She didn't feel guilty. She even said that she did it in self-defense, which was proven to be a lie, and that she did the murder in cold blood and was cold and rude throughout the entire court process.
I did react in self-defense. I did love Marcel. Mostly everything was lies. There was a little bit of truth, but mostly I was convicted off of lies.
After the verdict, she was taken out of the courtroom without any problems. Roman is now accused of threatening a Kern County Superior Court judge, in addition to other offenses he's already charged with in relation to allegedly stalking a lady at Valley Plaza Mall. On January 10, 2012, the victim said Roman attempted to rob her. The behavior of this convict was extremely rude. It started with the fact that he didn't want to get up because of his alleged injured leg.
Roman, stand up.
I'm full of her, so I can't stand up right now. And I'm right here. Give me.
Stand up, Roman.
Man, her eyes swollen.
He said that they were all lies, along with a couple of rude comments towards the judge.
I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Roman. The charges, Mr. Roman, are attempted robbery. Hey, Mr. Roman, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, you need to be quiet.
Where he received a last warning before being kicked out of the courtroom.
You got one more chance and then you're going to be removed from the courtroom.
Everyone thought that would calm down after the last warning from the referee, but they were wrong. He continued with his comment, and immediately after that, he was kicked out of the courtroom.
You need to leave.
This is not the end of it. While they were taking him out, he started making threats.
See? I'm gonna murder you when I see you.
The judge heard this and said the following.
That he will murder me if he sees me, and I'm going to request law enforcement to take the appropriate action.
According to court documents, Roman was charged with attempted robbery, 2 counts of making terroristic threats, brandishing a lethal weapon other than a firearm, and stalking. Ronnie O'Neill, who was found guilty of killing his girlfriend and his 9-year-old daughter and trying to kill his 8-year-old son at their Riverview home, received a sentence of life in prison without the chance of parole. Throughout the murder trial, his young son who survived his attack testified against him in court.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes,
I did. And how did I hurt you?
you stabbed me.
He even declared without a trace of regret that he was not sorry for what he had done.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
The judge reprimanded him for his tone and threatened to have O'Neill removed from the courtroom if he continued to rant.
I will have you removed from this courtroom. I can sentence you without you being present.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't conduct yourself.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
He expressed his regret, but somewhat ironically, he said that raising his voice once again, everyone wants to assign responsibility and play the blame game without having all the information. The judge, appalled by this crime, stated the following.
I've seen human beings killed at the hands of others in every way imaginable. You name it, I've seen it. Shootings, stabbings, drownings, suffocatings, blown apart by cars in DUI manslaughter cases. Horrible things. This is the worst case I have ever seen as far as the facts go.
He received a life sentence with a minimum mandatory life in prison without possibility of parole. He was diagnosed with PTSD and personality change by a psychiatrist, and he accepted this punishment with mild nervousness, causing no problems. A Calcassa man who was found guilty of killing his wife in their house before killing their father will be in prison for life without the chance of parole. The punishment, which was the worst one given in Michigan, was delivered in Kalkaska County Circuit Court on Tuesday, March 17, 2015. Ferguson, 40, admitted earlier this month to killing Tiffany Ferguson, 42, and her father James Weber, 63, in both first and second degrees. After an argument with his wife, he began to physically attack her, and after that he shot her in front of their 4 children. He took the children to the father of his wife, who had already been killed at the time, and there he killed him too. After that murder, he went to a nearby house where he barricaded himself and took the owner hostage. After 7 hours, with all the efforts of the police, he was arrested. After the statements of some details from this case, the convict becomes angry and adds a comment.
I'm not getting into any detail of what happened.
If you want to be guilty, you have to say what you did.
I'm not saying alright? Because of respect and safety of my children, I'm not saying nothing. Because they're gonna see this. They don't need to hear that. Understand what I'm saying? You know, let's just make this painless and not. Give me my 100 years or whatever, and give me the out of here.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, well do it!
After that, he emphasizes the argument with the judge.
You understand me?
What you want.
I'm not doing this in front of these stupid cameras and these inbreds.
After this, the judge takes a break, but Ferguson does not step there.
Don't touch me,
He admitted without a trace of regret what he did.
And did you intend to kill him?
Oh yeah.
And did you think about whether or not you wanted to kill him and make a deliberate choice to do so?
No way.
The judge said that he does not meet the needs for some mental problems regarding the doctor, but he sees that there is something wrong with him.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me. Okay, all right.
Pull me back my
Okay.
Imagine the mental state that after such brutal acts, they still have the courage to deny their acts and behave rudely towards the family and the judges. Fortunately, they don't get away with it, and for every wrong move, the hand of justice is there to sanction it. That's the legal system. If you found this video interesting, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want more things like this or something similar, feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for watching.